we've also got Kayla. She says, would really love to hear from my loved ones. We just got news today. Our IVS wasn't a success. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Kayla. So over to you, Ron.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kayla. It's devastating. It's just, the excitement, and then it doesn't happen. I am feeling like it's happening though. It's not a stop. It's just a roadblock for you. And I'm sort of feeling like you're going to do something a bit different next time. That's what it feels like. But right now, you just need to be kind to yourself. Have bubble baths and that sort of thing. And I can smell something like it's kind of a floral scent, and I'm not feeling flowers, but something like whatever the smell is. I'm actually smelling like a herbal tea. So whatever your favourite tea is, I feel like they've just run out of stock or you haven't been able to get it or something. But I'm feeling like Spirit's going to look out for you, Kayla, and just allow you to get some of that. So, yeah, sending you hugs. Thank you so much, ladies. Yes, I am always putting others before me and always forgetting to value myself. Losing the baby was a massive realisation and lesson about what's important in life for me. We are hoping to try again once the borders open, as our egg in Queensland and we live in WA. But obviously I need to enjoy life and have fun. Thank you, amazing ladies, for your gifts. I appreciate your messages and love. Have an amazing night. Love and light.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. So, ladies, we've also got a top fan, so Deb Wallace, and thank you, Deb, for tuning in with us. We appreciate it. You were there last night as well. I remember your name. She says about her husband, she says, she said, good evening, ladies. May I please have a reading? And could you please tell me what is going on, what is going to happen with my husband and myself in our relationship, please?
Look, I'm hearing compromise, and I actually feel like both you and your husband have already compromised on different things, but not on the same thing. So it's kind of like it feels like you're both running up a hill. You've both been battling, but you've sort of been battling different battles. So I'm actually feeling like, if you was to say, what three things do you want to fix the most, and what three things do I want to fix the most? I'm actually feeling like you'll have two things and the third one will match. So work on the third one first. So I'm just feeling like sort of back to basics with what you're going to compromise on. And I do see you getting past a bit of a bump in the road, but it feels like you're sort of going to do it and then have a bit of relief and then perhaps get some counselling or something. I'm feeling like you're sort of going to match each other to the point to realise you need a bit more help. And the question is really going to be whether you want to keep doing that, because I can see the energy getting lighter around it, but it's not just simply sort of changing the attitude or changing the way you're thinking. I'm feeling like it's going to make a conscious decision. Yep, we're going to get through this. And I am actually feeling a bit of grief. Like it's a feeling of I'm really drawn to the last sort of like 12, 14 months that you've almost had the worst possible things in a relationship. Like there's not been a lot of joy or looking forward to things. So you've got to kind of get past that, I feel. But all the best with that, Deb. Yeah, so Deb has said, thank you so much, ladies. My husband walked out after a stupid argument just over 18 months ago and will not come home. I have asked him to do counselling and he doesn't believe in it. He's currently seeing someone else, but I can't shake this feeling that he will come home eventually once his anger has subsided. I have constantly asked my mum for guidance. She's passed, as you stated, and have constantly told him how I feel and that I want him to come home.
And we've got a top fan, Mel Annie, and she said, ladies, she'd love to have a mediumship reading from her grandmother.
For that, thanks, Melanie. I've got a gentleman in spirit, and he's got a sense of humour. He's very, he's just shown me very particular and very, meticulous. And he had perhaps a bit of dementia because I can't. I'm just sort of struggling to find my words, kind of thing. But There's something about you and putting things in order. I feel like you've kind of done it, but you've just got a little bit more to do. It's almost like you've taken, and he's giving me an analogy of, because I feel like he used to make things out of wood. He used to make furniture and sort of do his own sort of things. But he's giving me an analogy of a tabletop, like you take the tabletop off, and you polish the wood, you put the wheels on it, you do all that, but then you forget to put the tabletop on, like it's the finishing touches. So there's a bit of a message in that for you. It's kind of like, it's all about perspective as well with that. Like, you perhaps haven't noticed the detail of something, like just finishing something just for the sake of completion is what it's showing me. Melanie said Nan had a lot of issues with her legs before passing. The light in the hall always flicks on and off. I wear my Nan's Ringsbury. 17 is my birthday. Absolutely remember her bright blue feather duster. My mum was my Nan and Dad's carer. We'll keep the car in mind, Leslie. Male would be my dad. He was always making things with wood. Beautiful. We'll keep the details in mind. Missing them both so much lately. So thank you.
So we also have Kirsten Giano. She would love a mediumship reading, please, ladies.
Yeah, thank you. I'll pop in. It's interesting because I've got a female, but I've got the abdominal pain as well, and I actually feel it's kind of the pain where you can't do anything else. Like, you can't help but notice that pain. So I don't know what that is, and I don't know why you've picked that up, why we've picked up a male and a female. But I'm actually just feeling like life used to be tough, like for your grandparents' generation. I'm just feeling like things are so much easier now. Like, you're in a much sort of better position, but I'm also feeling like you've got a beautiful energy in appreciating what you have. So it's kind of like the old-fashioned values of resonate with you, and it's not even you being an older soul. It's like you were brought up well and brought up with good manners and all the rest of it. So you've got that older sort of energy of manners and goodwill, but I'm just feeling like life's easier, and even just like simple healthcare. It's almost like in your grandparents' generation, it wasn't, nothing was done. You had pain, you just put up with it until it got worse and worse, and then you died, kind of thing. That's the feeling. But yeah, a lot of love around you, and it feels like I'm drawn to August with you. I'm feeling like there's a bit of change, like August going on to September. There's a bit of, and I'm just seeing juggling, like shaking things up a bit, and I'm seeing you sort of doing a little dance, like of wow, this is awesome, look what I've done, kind of thing. So interesting times ahead, and I'm feeling a bit of humour with the change. You're feeling really good about yourself. So thanks for that.
We've also got Sharon Surplus. She said that she's always on here. She's had a little bit of give me a slap in the head, really, because she said that she's always on here, but she never gets a reading. But we're going to read you anyway, Sharon. So we're going to do that now. So she wants a guidance message, please, girls. So over to you, Ron.
Yeah, Sharon. It's just look, tuning into you, I feel like I want to take a step back. It's almost like you can't believe something's happened all the way things have happened, and this, Sharon, feels around friendships, but there's also an overlap with family. It's kind of like you kind of were fairly stable with roles and responsibilities and who people were and what they did, and it's like someone stepped down, but someone stepped up, but someone else has let you down. So there's a bit of it's kind of like a bit of a role reversal around friends and families and whatever their connection is around that. So I do feel like it's a time to sort of step back and reflect on that. And it's okay. It's not bad. It's just different. And it's just, just look at it from the point of view of if you've known someone for 10 years, then you don't know everything about them. You don't know what happened 10 years before that, kind of thing. So, just because people have behaved differently than what you've expected, it's okay. It's just it's something for your awareness. So that's all. Like, you're not dumb. You're not. It's not that extraordinary circumstance. It's just you're just finding that out. You're looking at it from a different perspective. So thanks for that.
Okay.
Yeah, Sharon said, yes, thank you. My awareness of a person has changed. Yes, my anxiety is very high. Yes, I do have a low self-esteem. Yes, I don't know what direction my life is going. Yes, there has been a lot of disappointment around me. The water, I live next to a lake, and I love being next to the water. Yes, I have been thinking of study and social work. Yes, I'm very fatigued. Yes, I have neglected myself. Yes, the ball is in my court. Oh, my God, yes, massive amounts of coffee, and yes, I have been lazy. lazy and what
Oh,
I'm
Sharon.
eating. Yeah.
Sharon, you just got a virtual kick up the butt from me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One of our top fans as well, Natasha Benson, and she says that she's just wondering about like her hubby's got a career and everything like that. She says she's a mum of 2 teenagers, but I think the message, I couldn't quite understand the question, but I think the question was she still feels lonely and there's no family on either side of her, you know. So and she said that she feels like she's been ostracized from both sides of the family at the moment. So and I'll leave it there. So over to you, Rhonda.
Yeah, I feel like you have been too, and I'm the black sheep in my family too. So it's just it is what it is. I actually feel like you've always been different from your family, like you're born into the wrong family. So again, I can relate to that. And just I feel like just don't focus on them. Really focus on you. Like be a bit sort of selfish and a bit like, well, that's okay. I'm doing this. That's what I was planning to do, so I'm doing that. Like, I feel like really just don't focus on it. That's all I'm saying. I am confirming that what you're feeling is correct, and that's okay. I don't feel like it's going to sort of change that much. It's almost like the more you try to change someone's opinion of you or change or force the issue, the less it's going to happen. So I just feel like really focus on yourself. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm I'm actually feeling like you're changing your wardrobe. By that I don't mean you're going to go spend a fortune on clothes. I'm feeling like you're going to be drawn to wearing different colours and that sort of thing. So as your energy is changing, as your chakras are sort of realigning, you're going to wear brighter colours, I feel. So enjoy it. I feel like you're going to discover a lot more about yourself and you're going to love yourself more. So thanks for that.
And I'll leave it there. Do we have any validations, girls?
Yeah, we do actually. So first of all, we've got a beautiful comment from Jessica.
She's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jessica.
Kia ora. Can we give a big thanks to all these lovely ladies that always take the time out for us each week and give us all the love and guidance. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, that's beautiful. Thank you, Jessica. Yes, and she's been watching us for ages. So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jessica. The sticker. So Amanda has, not Amanda, Natasha has given a validation. It's like you've been looking through my window, seeing my life as it is. Being the black sheep is spot on, but I thought I was the middle child syndrome. I did have the knowing, but in a family I was always there, but never heard unless to be blamed for something. This phone call of an apology is something that will make me heal, as I feel I was treated poorly and my family treated less than humans. The in-laws, Leslie, was $1 million question that I've not been able to answer and sick to my stomach about, and always want to scream out why. I will let you all know. I feel validated as a human. Thank you so much. Love and light. By the way, I live at number 6s.
Thank you for listening to us. We've also got Catherine Marie. She's one of our top fans. We've also got, she would love a reading, girls. She said that she would love a reading to have any messages from her father, please. So,
yeah, thanks for that. Look, your father was a really good father. And it's actually, my dad's hijacked this reading and come through and basically saying that's the father I should have been. So that's actually really nice for him to acknowledge that. And I'm also picking up on the humour, but I'm also feeling like his humour was at times a bit inappropriate, so perhaps would say or comment on things that are not politically correct, and you kind of have a chuckle to that yourself. He would never do that to sort of make someone uncomfortable, but he'd say that behind closed doors. So I feel like you're aware of where I'm going with that, so I don't need to say that. And it's interesting that Sal picked up on the shirts, because I'm feeling like your dad was really bad with buttons. I don't know whether he had a bit of a beer gut and he used to pop the buttons, and I'm seeing him sort of going to reach things and then the buttons coming off the shirts. Like there's something, I feel like it was a bit of a running joke of, how many buttons have you lost today? Like it's just, and I'm seeing sort of like buttons fly across the room, like just almost like how could that keep happening to one person? And I feel like he even, they tried to get him different shirts and he still buggered it up. He still popped his buttons. Like it's just a weird, it's, how like you see some women at sort of, they always have a stain right like in the middle of their boobs, like they always get they spill their food, and that's sort of like there's always a sort of a pattern by some person. So I'm feeling like your dad just popped his buttons, and it's sort of it's like that was an expression of love to pop your buttons. That's what I'm feeling. So there was a bit of a joke about that, but please validate that and share us the stories with us. But yeah, I'll pass you over to Bree. Thanks for that.
Lady Christian Kerr. So she's been having a Suki Lala online, I noticed. Did you notice, girls? She said that she's always writing on there and that she hasn't had a reading. And you've asked for a general reading as well. So over to you. I don't know who we're up to then. I just have to guess.
Well, my guides are a bit direct because I got told drop the attitude. Basically just don't sort of, look at it in terms of, you going into a job interview. If you walk in and are really anxious and look down, you create the energy of being not confident, not capable, as opposed to if you walk in, smile, act confident, like just I feel like you trigger, like you're in a bit of a toxic energy around family, but you kind of trigger what the response and the way people are going to speak to you. And I'm also being told to mimic people's body language. So if someone's giving a bit of attitude and got their hands on their hips, just either repeat what they've said to you and then put the hands on your hips, like mimic what they're doing, and then walk away kind of thing. Like I'm just saying you walk away rather than just don't argue with idiots, basically. Just it's really, and look, that's happened to me a couple of months ago. I had someone tell me they coordinated the Olympic Games, and like there's no way they could have done that. Like, yeah. So I mean, I just kind of thought I could have ripped you to shreds, but you're an idiot, so I'm going to let you keep talking. Like, kind of, so like pick your battles, and just there's no need for you to give a person attitude if you're not going to gain anything from it. So kind of look at it like that, like what you're going to gain from it, really. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Just change your perspective, and that's going to be huge for you. It's going to make your life so much easier.
What do we have there? Do we have a quote? So we have
quotes. So from Helen Wilkinson.
Okay.
To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world. So that's beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love that one, Helen. Thank you for that. And what else have we got there?
Yeah, Gwen from Wollongong. Still clicking is my favourite quote. Will I enjoy my? That's a question as well. And there was another one. Renee has quoted Audrey Hepburn: "To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow, and as you grow older, you discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself and one for helping others."
Oh, that's beautiful too. Beautiful. That's pretty much us. That sort of explains us, girls, doesn't it? So
we have a quote from Tinkerbell.
We have a quote. Oh, beautiful.
Other people's opinions of me is none of my business.
99.9. The difference is the music. The Sydney Psychic Medium team presents Readings to Remember live performances. With the power of our amazing psychic mediums, we convey messages from spirit as we see, hear, and feel their energy flow through us. Our Readings to Remember live events will have you sitting on the edge of your seats with excitement and fascination, as our 2-hour shows will last a lifetime of memories. Visit our Facebook page for more information. Station sponsor. SWR 99.9.
We've got Jennifer Stapleton. She contacted me a little just before the show, and she said that she'd love a general reading. Girls, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. I'm really drawn to September, December, and February. I feel like there's sort of it's like you've got a bit of a goal in mind, but you're kind of comfortable with what you're doing. But it is time to sort of shake that up, and I'm feeling like at those 3 times there's going to be almost like a spiritual sign where you're going to be sort of pushed towards your goal. So definitely changes coming up ahead for you, but really listen to your instincts and listen to, take notice of the quirky things. And I'm also feeling a bit of clairaudience with you, Jennifer. So I feel like you'll be aware of, you'll sort of walk past and you'll hear a conversation or something stands out. And that's either something for your awareness or something you're meant to learn to push forward in your journey.
Yes.
I keep hearing I need to back myself, like you said. Thank you so much.
We've got Nicole Byers, and she says, what do you see for her in the relationship, and also will she be moving soon? So let's go into you, Rhonda.
Yeah, I'm feeling the two go hand in hand. It's kind of like a bit of a stagnant energy, and I am feeling with a relationship. It's time to sort of declutter, or and it's not even sort of stand in your power. It's more just work out what you need or what you don't need, and and make sure you're completely in alignment. It just feels like it almost feels like you're miscommunicating, or you've got different agendas. But I don't feel that's the case. I feel like you just need to get back on the same path together, and I'm feeling like there's movement around the time that's resolving, or you've had that sort of conversation. So I'm just saying that they go hand in hand together, really.
So we'll go back to Tina, and we've got, hello, lovely ladies. Hope you're all doing great and staying safe. I'd love to hear from my Stephen Jake, she said, if possible. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tina. Yeah, look, I'm feeling the childlike energy as well, but I'm more drawn to sort of like a school-age child. But this, and I've just got really sort of abdominal pain, and I actually feel a bit sick in tuning into his energy. So I feel like he was on like medication and had sort of digestive and stomach issues. So I'm just feeling quite unwell and sort of dizzy tuning into his energy. But it's kind of, I just feel like there's sort of there's a feeling like there's constant reminders of him, and it's almost like you get and not just you, but other people in the family get feelings of excitement or childlike energy, and that's actually him. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of clairsentience and a lot of empathy sort of around. So his energy is very much around you quite a lot. And I'm seeing something visual. You've done something different in your backyard. I'm seeing like a sort of like veranda patio. You've got some goal in mind, and I feel like you've both done some of it, and you feel like you want to do more and it's not enough. But your stepson actually loves what you've done. So the rest is just going to come. It's kind of like, don't stress about not having done what you wanted to by that time frame. So, beautiful, beautiful energy there, Tina. Also, Tina, who we read her stepson. I believe that was you, Bree, who mentioned things moving. She said, oh, my God, the frame his picture is in has just moved. So she freaked out by that. And she also, and that was after a validation. So she said, my beautiful stepson Jake was hit by a train in 2005, and I was woken at the same time of his death with abdominal pains. I really felt like I felt the pain, and I will send you a pic of his picture and the floorboards. Wow, that is very accurate. He definitely makes his presence known. And yes, and I just got told rowdy teenager then. It definitely makes his presence known. And yes, he has a lot of losses and pains, and we have a lot of guilt around it. Thanks, ladies, once again. You've blown my mind.
Got Scarlett, ladies, and she would love a general reading, please.
Yeah, it's definitely I feel good karma coming your way. It's like there's almost a feeling of unfinished business though around you. Like I feel like you sort of start things and you get deflated, and you're actually very empathic, and my throat's almost like closing up as I'm tuning into your energy. So I feel like you sort of you do something, you start something, and you get to the middle, but you don't finish it, or you don't say the last thing, kind of thing. It's kind of like I just want you sort of to, rather than leave lots of things on the go, almost like prioritize, finish something, speak up and do that. And that's to do with, I feel, circumstance, but also circumstance that you've allowed with people. So I just feel like I don't feel like you're going to have to make that much effort, but just sort of speak up. And also, as I'm saying that, I've got bad smells, and that's to me, that's how I
too.
Yeah, that's how I communicate with my guides. I've got a very acute sense of smell. So I've literally said to my guides, if someone's intention is bad, make them smell bad. And sometimes I meet people and they're completely dressed well and all the rest of it, and they stink. And it's not that they haven't showered, it's just the way I get information. And I'm feeling that I'm actually drawn to 3 people around you. I feel like a kind of like time wasters. So just have your way of just finishing or finalising something to sort of stop that energy, because it is a bit draining. Yeah. And that I feel is really important for you. Thanks for that. And you the same, did you, Leslie?
Yeah. I've got to try and find something else now. So we've also got Trina Louise. She says her mother-in-law passed away this Sunday just gone. I'm sorry about that. I'm really sincerely sending our condolences to you, Trina. And she says, is there any mediumship messages from the mother-in-law, please, girls? Over to you, Rhonda.
Yeah, look, I'm feeling like she's at peace with going. It's a feeling like it was her time, or she just kind of accepted that it was going to happen, and I'm just feeling like she had trust before she went, so she just trusted that, you know, she'll go when it's her time, kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling. I'm drawn with your mother-in-law. I'm drawn to a sister figure that met her on the other side. There's just a feeling of sisters reconnecting, but it's a little strange because I'm seeing this sister figure as a much older lady than your mother-in-law. So I'm actually feeling more like it was an aunt, but she got along well, and I feel like she died in her sort of 20s. So there's just a connection of, like, I'm actually seeing two women in spirit that are the same and that choose to be the same sort of age. Although it's a generational thing, I feel like it's just like their sisters, and they're doing their things that they would have done if the other one had lived. So that's really interesting, and I actually feel like that's and she's drawing me to a teenage boy, either a teenage boy or a man in the early 20s in the living, and there's some reason why she's showing me that sister-like connection with her auntie, and it's something to do with the school conflict that this teenage boy is going through right now. It's like it's okay to reconnect. There's something about his awareness. I feel that you need to have this teenage boy is around your partner and his family. Actually tell them about this connection, because that's going to make sense to this teenage or young adult man, I feel. So, yeah, hope that makes sense to you. We have Trina, the lady who read for her mother-in-law. Thank you. It was a difficult 3 days before she gave up, but she struggled so hard, and it was so hard to watch. I'm glad hubby and I were there with her at the nursing home for the days before, but we weren't there at the time she passed. We were back at the motel.
We've got Sandra Dorr, and she would love a general.
Sandra, take a breath. And it's just time for movement. Like, my back's just sort of hurting. I feel like I just almost like want to get up and jog. It just feels like it's time for movement, and even just one step at a time is still progress. There's a feeling like there's sort of remnants of energy or something like that, and I'm just feeling like shake it off and just move forward. I feel like you've had a conversation, and I'm getting a male coming in who's almost like giving you a glimpse of reality or something that could be different. And I'm feeling that you're sort of wanting to get finances in control and kind of like be a bit proactive rather than sort of passive in that respect. So if it's just a financial advisor you've spoken to or something like that, I'm feeling like still get some information, but I'm just feeling just time for a bit of movement around that. And I'm not feeling like things are too bad, but it's just a feeling like you've got sort of upper body stiffness, and just almost like by planning or just doing a vision board or whatever that is going to be moving, and then once you've got that right in your head, then you'll be physically moving, Sandra. So interesting times ahead. So girls, we've also got Yasmin Peterson, and she said she'd love some guidance and messages, please. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Yasmin. I'm just hearing mother and daughter, and I'm feeling like there's been a recent family celebration, sort of like last month, last 4-6 weeks kind of thing, and it's a feeling like although there were lots of people there, you felt alone. So there's a bit of an unusual sort of family dynamic where the more people there you like it, the less like you would rather not have all of your family there, kind of thing. But I'm also mother and daughter stick together, so that's what I'm feeling. I'm also feeling the need, Yasmin, to tell you not to deprive yourself. Like, don't enjoy the good food and be sensible, but by being healthy you don't have to deprive yourself. Like, there's something about not doing and making any dietary changes that are too quick or that sort of thing. Like just, and I'm drawn to sort of getting headaches and sore nose. I feel like if you're not eating enough nutrients or you're not eating the variety that you need, you get headaches and you get like nose pain. I know it probably sounds really stupid, Yasmin, but that's what they're telling me. So that's what I feel I need to tell you.
Ladies, we've also got Julie Polglaze, and she's one of our, long-time listeners and followers as well. And she says that she would love to have a mediumship reading about her mum, please.
Yeah, thanks for that. Your mum has a very strong energy. It's kind of like she was a bit meek, came across as a bit meek and mild, but she was someone whose bite was worse than her bark. So I can relate to that. So she was a character, but I feel like you knew her well. I'm also drawn to, I'm feeling sort of shoulder and neck pain. It's almost like I can't, like my shoulders are sore and it's like my head feels too heavy. So it's feeling with that with her. She's showing me also silly hats. Like I feel like she used to collect, when you go to Spotlight and things and there's little flowers and that and you make, well, I don't know about you, but I've had some, growing up in Melbourne, we had some drunken nights with friends where we have a couple of bottles of wine and we make our own fascinators and make our own hats and that.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm seeing her just with like a collection of little headpieces she's made. I don't feel like she was a milliner, but I feel like she made her own sort of things. And there's a family joke about, I don't know who's got, I don't feel like you've got them, but someone at one point had them. And I actually feel like they've all just been thrown out, like someone got sick of hearing about them and seeing them. But I'm seeing the little hats. I don't know whether that relates to your mum, but I'm also feeling like an older generation. So she sort of picked up that quirky habit from someone else. So something interesting about that. But I'm feeling like you're going to, if you're ever sort of taking things too seriously or you need to sort of lighten up, you're going to be shown like a really random feather or flower or something completely artificial looking that would look stupid on someone's head. But you're going to see something like that just as a bit of a joke to remind you about those fascinators. So thank you for that. I've also got Julia Polglaze. So that was the lady with the hats and things, brooches that we picked up on. She said, thank you, ladies. Mum loved all sorts of jewellery, pearls and funny earrings and brooches and a few hats. I will listen to the reading again to validate some more. Thanks again.
And we've also got a lady by the name of Vicky Kelly. She says, is she moving interstate, girls? So
yeah, I'm feeling the same. I'm feeling resistance, and it's like you're going to move really close, but not cross the border, and that's irrespective of COVID and all that. I feel like where you've got in mind is not suitable, and I'm feeling that what's going on right now is sort of you try to do things and it doesn't flow, it doesn't work out, and there's a reason for that. And it's sort of not the right reason to go right now. And it's not even a feeling like you've got, you've not got the information or you're not sure. It's almost like just allowing things to flow, like go where you're drawn, like sort of whether you need to meditate or just sort of, trust your gut more or use your body as a pendulum, sort of get that connection sort of going a bit stronger with your guides so that you know when it's the time to act. That's what I'm feeling. So, if you could sort of just go back to basics, I feel like.
Girls, we've also got Tina Fu. She's one of our top fans, and she said that she would love to have a mediumship reading from either her mum, her nan, or her pop, please. Over to you, Rhonda.
So that's Tina. I've actually got your pop.
Oh, sorry, Tamara. Sorry.
Oh, Tamara. Yeah, I've got the grandfather here, and he's There's very much a sternness routine. It's like I don't feel like he was military, but it's kind of like a military energy of just being in routine. And I feel like he likes your routine. It's very different from what he would have had, but he's sort of acknowledging like your hard work, and it's a feeling like your hard work is paying off. I'm actually drawn to September, October. There's something I feel a bit additional that you need to do, but again, I feel like that reward, that hard work is sort of coming off. I'm tuning into your energy. I'm tasting bananas, so I don't know what that is, whether you're eating a banana right now or what's going on with that, but that's just weird. I'm smelling bananas and I'm eating bananas, and I don't like bananas, but that's what I'm getting for you. So it's your pop, I feel, is coming through most with that, and I'm getting a sore neck with him as well. And it's also, I feel, a bit of a warning, like you're showing me like a knife in the back, but I feel like you're aware of things, but it's like just taking a step and protecting yourself a little bit more is what I'm feeling, is what his message is to you. Thanks for that. Yeah, hi Tika, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's a feeling that your father-in-law is still a support to you, and I'm also feeling like since he's passed, he didn't realise how strong you are. It's like how much, or recognition of your journey and the person that you are now. And he knows how hard you work. Like you've just full of energy, and you do everything 110, 150%. So there's a lot of respect for that, and I actually feel like he's on your side around your children as well. Like he wants his grandchildren to be around you as much as possible, and he loves your energy. But he's also acknowledging sort of your former relationship and how much hard work it was. Like, I feel like he didn't even realise what you had to deal with, like the seriousness of issues that you had to deal with, and like the unfairness on you. I feel like he understood to a point, but kind of, so there's just sort of more of a recognition of that, and I do, so it's a lot of love and it's a lot of support for you. And if he was, it's like, if you were his biological daughter, he's so proud of you as his daughter. So it's like it's a claiming of you as the daughter kind of thing, because he admires you so much. So you're very strong, and he's really giving you hugs. And he's rubbing, he's showing me in a non-creepy way, but he's showing like he sort of like rubs your tummy when you're in pain. Like he's showing like a warmth. When you're in bed and you've got a hot water bottle. It's like he does an energetic sort of almost like a Reiki, putting his hand over to give you warmth. So that's really beautiful. But yeah, really beautiful connection you've got with your father-in-law. Thanks, Tinker. And also from Tinker. So this one cut out, I've got on my phone. 23 is the number I see when my guides are with me. 26th of July is my birthday, and it will be the 8th anniversary of his death also. He was a wall and floor tiler. I never got anything of his memento. The relationship with his son towards was abusive, and nothing was revealed until 4 years after he passed. I was extremely close to John, and him dying on my birthday was his final gift to me. I was on a self-destructive past as a former drug user and have been clean 16 months, and I did it alone with outside help. Thank you all so much for the validations. I have tears, especially with the healing Rhonda mentioned. He had been in a wheelchair the last 9 years of his life due to an aneurysm, which left him paraplegic.
Yeah, right. We've also got Nancy Mills. She's listening from the Sunshine Coast. Thank you, Nancy. And she says that her mum passed away when she was 5. She said she feels a bit lost now, girls. Any messages from her mum, please? So over to you, Rhonda.
Yeah, okay, Mum, I'm just feeling a bit overwhelmed because my lights are just flickering and it's annoying me, but it's just what Spirit does. Mum is, I feel like Mum was quite sensitive actually. Like I'm just tuning in, like with the lights flickering, normally I just laugh and I acknowledge it and I say, okay, you're here, you can go away. But it's almost like I'm feeling upset by that happening. Kind of like, just stop, I've had enough kind of thing. Like that's the sort of the jittery feeling I feel around the mum. Although she came across as really strong and really stoic, it was a very sensitive side to your mum that perhaps not everyone's seen, or she sort of didn't like. There's also a feeling like she didn't talk much or something, or didn't say what was on her mind. She just sort of said what she needed to. And also with with your mum, I've just got sore, like almost like a cluster headache, but around like the side and the top's cheeks. So I don't know what that was, and I don't know, and like my head's itchy. So I'm actually just feeling quite uncomfortable and overwhelmed tuning into your mum's energy. So I'm not getting much more than that. I'm just kind of getting what I'm getting because I just suddenly feel a bit sensitive and a bit overwhelmed too, actually. So Nancy Mills has said, thank you so much, ladies. I have 7 people in the family born on the 18th. My mum used to have a wood stove and it was always warm. My mum overdosed and so it resonates with the headache. Thank you for bringing me comfort and for being here. So thank you, Nancy.
But Sharon Broadbent, and she said she'd love a general reading. She says she's a top fan as well, girls. So
yeah, hi Sharon. I'm hearing that song. It's all about the bass. It's really back to basics with you. You know, make sure you're eating properly, exercising, sleeping well. I'm just feeling like your sleep hygiene is terrible. So have a look at. There's a website called sleephealthfoundation.edu.au. And they've got fact sheets about improving your sleep hygiene and, you know, that sort of thing. It's like, and it's not even feeling like you're not in routine, but I'm feeling that more of a routine and more of a structure and getting back to basics is really going to help. I'm also drawn to the financial side, and I'm being told, like backyard lawyer, like I feel like people are giving you financial advice or people are influencing or telling you like how much something is. I just feel like even just, you know, contact your local neighbourhood centre or community legal centre or legal aid or something and get an appointment with a free financial advisor. There's just a need to just because I don't want you to go without. And I'm feeling like if money keeps going out, that's a very likelihood of happening because that's poor English, but like you're kind of going to give so that other people have things, but Sharon, you're going to go without. So I'm just feeling go back to basics and just have a discussion about how much things cost. Like I don't feel like you're naive or anything. It's just feeling like you're just doing and you kind of got to stop and think about what you're doing. So I just feel back to basics and you're going to have a bit more of a plan and a bit more of a sort of structure. And I feel like that's going to really be a load off your mind. I'm feeling like the weight lift off my shoulders after saying that, Sharon. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up for you. From Sharon. So Sharon has said she'll definitely look into the advice that we've given tonight. Wow, you ladies are great. Yes, very tired and feeling like I need to get my life in order. Finding it hard being a single mum and working full time. I do wear glasses. Now it's moved, but I am noticing I need to get updated. Not sure about the finance side of things, but I'm looking at buying a house and think I need a second recommendation. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
We've got a mediumship reading, girls, for Madison Thrift, and it's for her dad. So over to you, Rhonda, please.
Madison, yeah, I'm just feeling take a breath. I feel like your dad had it's almost a feeling of like scoliosis or back issues and chest issues. It's like his rib cage couldn't expand enough. So I feel like he had a bit of compression, like a restrictive lung condition. So but I feel like that is a message for you. It's like take a breath. It's like you've had your fresh start, but you've sort of started, but now you're not sure how to keep going. And you kind of, I feel like you have done a planning, or it actually feels like you've had like changes around the home and changes around the job, and I'm just being shown fresh start. I'm not getting clarity as to which is the most predominant with you, because I feel like it's a bit, both of those areas of your life relate. But I'm just feeling like it's a breath of fresh air. It's like a fresh start, but at the moment you're feeling a bit like you're bogged down or something. So really just sort of change that attitude, because it's not as bad as you feel. I feel like what you've done, the planning or something that you've done is actually good to set you off. I just feel like don't let your fears get in the way. Just keep going. And even, play psychic games with yourself, like write on paper what your ideas are, date it, seal it up, that sort of thing, and then open it, a month later or 2 months later, and then read it and think, yep, that's what almost like to validate your planning or your thoughts. So something a bit unusual about that. Lights flickering again.
A lady here that she's a sharer. Her name is Goldie Sun. That's a really unusual name. Thank you, Goldie, for sharing our show. She says, I've been dropping in and out of Facebook for some reason. She said, I'm hoping I didn't miss being called by any chance, but we'll just give you a reading. We'll give you a general reading, Goldie, okay?
Yeah, thanks, Goldie. I'm feeling with the career and change, it's like you're better suited to managing resources or working out what's needed, and there is definitely a community benefit to it. So that's going to help your needing to help and being good at helping, like you're passionate about it, you're driven to do that, but also a bit of the monetary side of things. And I do feel like you'll have a bit more training sort of around that, more specific to that. And I'm actually feeling like there's already been a discussion about this job change. It's kind of not a career change, but because there's sort of transferable skills you've already got. So that's quite interesting. I'm also being shown, Goldie, that a fresh coat of paint or different colour will make the world of difference. Something about the furniture in your house, like you're feeling that you need to hold or you're obligated to hold on something, but it's okay to change it and move it out of sight. So whatever piece of furniture you don't like, just move it out of your sight. Thanks for that.